welcome back to the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series Asia Finals here in Shanghai, China. And we are live now with game number 1 of the final best of 3 series on the stream today. But my goodness, what an incredible series it is. Who do we have playing, good sir?
We've got in the top left position Samsung.RorO, one of the best Gespa Zerg switchovers to StarCraft 2. And in the bottom right position we have StarTale.PartinG, who is used to be one of the best Protoss in the world. Now he's still very feared, still very much top 10 Protoss for sure, maybe top 5. And his PvZ has never been the one of the most debate. It's usually been PvT, but his PvZ is just very good.
It's very, very solid. He knows the matchup quite well. And I think a lot of the reason why PartinG has sort of disappeared, well, not disappeared, more like temporarily slumped from the absolute tip top of the GSL. It's no coincidence that we have a resurgence of like people like MVP just sort of like waking up and destroying people left, right, and center, because the Terrans are starting to figure it out a little bit more, and the PvT matchup is actually proving to be a lot more of a difficult one in the GSL tournament, especially when the metagame is like evolving in Korea. But PvZ hasn't been changing as much, and because PartinG, his PvZ is like better known than his PvT, that was going to affect him more than some other Protosses. So I think that's why he's sort of like, I almost want to say fallen from grace a little bit, except he's still so sick good, I'm not sure I can say that.
Yeah, exactly. That's very nicely put.
So not too much was going on in this game so far, guys. We have a Forge fast expand with the Forge in the main base, of course, for PartinG, not wanting any of those upgrades to get secretly sniped off there. And RorO is now all the way up to 3 of those juicy hatcheries. Pool is down behind the mineral line, no gas is taken yet, of course, wanting to drone up as quickly as humanly possible. Probably will be seeing a little bit of creep spread soon as well, and a queen wandering over to the third. So all looking pretty normal so far.
Yep, and there was that confirmation by the probe of PartinG that there is in fact gonna be a hatchery coming up at the third. In fact, that's all he knows.
That's pretty good confirmation, man, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's good confirmation, but he doesn't know if there's a second. Theoretically, right? But well,
that'd be like a sick metagame 2-base all-in. You just take your third and go 2-base all-in and scare the crap out of Protoss and be like, I never took my third base.
Yeah.
Someone needs to do that at some point and credit us with it.
Bly, are you listening to this?
Yeah. Bly, take your natural at your third and just go.
Yeah, and take it like 2 minutes late.
He would do it, man. Like, I bet he could make it work as well. I have faith in Bly.
Yeah.
Do it, Bly. Send us the replay. I'll buy you a Happy Meal. That's a promise.
Yep, and I'll buy you a Happy Meal too. You'll have 2 toys and double the fun, and 2/3 of the expansions.
Who could say no to that? That sounds sick, man.
Yeah, sounds super sick.
But in the meantime, we have got a robotics facility now going down for StarTales.PartinG, the Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber going down as well for RorO, who is continuing to drone up at this moment in time.
Oh, I know. I just want to say I haven't been watching a lot of PartinG games recently. I just haven't been able to see it.
Yeah.
But I have heard a lot of comments about his play. And everyone is saying like he's consistently doing a lot of Immortal all-ins with like 1 attack, 1 armor upgrade. And so far it could still develop into something like that. He has been on 3 gates for a while and making Immortals. Let's see, is he going to queue up the armor upgrade? Is he going to go for an expansion? He just has really good micro with that, so it could definitely be an Immortal all-in. He is going to go over 44 probes, but that doesn't mean it isn't. Yeah. He could just go to 46 or 48, so he can support more gateways.
Well, he's held a lot of gas for quite some time now.
Yeah, it's going to be an Immortal
but all-in. No +1 armor, because he's held that gas for such a long time.
Yeah.
And it's 160 seconds, right, to produce that upgrade.
Yep.
Even if he chronos it out, like.
This is a pretty solid read. Hey, you actually can't transfer probes, he's saying, from your main to your natural. You're actually going to do an all-in. So PartinG is getting ready to just lose his natural already. He's getting ready for the base trade. He's going to get his 3rd Immortal and then going to go with the War Prism or with the Pylon. And that means
PartinG's like, no, dude, I just want to wall off. It's just super safe, right?
Yeah, and I'm never going to spread probes anymore from my main to anywhere. RorO stopped at 62 drones, which is the traditionally accepted drone count to be able to fight against an Immortal lane. And he's also in the process of researching Burrow, which is pretty cool. It's not going to be 100% effective when there's an observer out, which there will be. So
After the Warp Prism, of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. Glio Reconstitution, Tunneling Claws, and +1 coming out for the Roaches as well. So WorO's going to have a decent number of upgrades working in his favor for the defense, provided Parting hits about 45 seconds from now. And it doesn't look like he has any intention of waiting that long. Now, good force fields, but the Lings are already around the back. Is it going to be a bit too much? Follow-up force fields make a lot of them disappear here. But Parting's progress is really stalled. That one Immortal looking very, very twitchy out in front.
Yeah, Parting lost nothing yet except energy, which admittedly he lost more energy probably than he should have. WorO did lose 24 units, a total of 800 of resources, but he is getting ready to make some spines at his natural, so he's potentially considering he could lose his third. And Parting's army hasn't shrunk at all. He lost energy, but he's slowly regaining it. And it looks like WorO now wants to go for a base trade situation. He knows that there's a wall up on the top and that there will probably be sentries being warped in there, but he still wants to make sure that he kills that second base economy that Parting has. And if he kills this core quickly, that means no sentries. There is a supply block. This is the only sentry that Parting is going to be able to have if that core gets killed off. Of course, in the meantime, Parting is going to kill WorO. WorO cannot muster enough forces to stop this army from advancing.
Even force fielding the drones out just to make sure he doesn't even lose all of the shields on the Zealots. Just so sick coming out there from Parting. His micro during this engagement is going to be superb. He has those two sentries there, and WorO's not actually trying to get up the ramp just yet. Okay, here we go. He's going to be getting up the ramp into the main base now. Not too much he can do about it. No energy left on those sentries, of course. They're just going to tickle the Roaches for a little bit. 3 cannons there, but WorO is just going to march straight past them. But I like the decision to move all the probes next to the cannons. That's what he has to do at the moment. Parting still doing so much damage to the main base of WorO.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Parting is killing the economy fast enough. They're still mining at the third base, and he's going to focus down as many sentries as he can. There goes one, there goes the second. And that's going to be about it for now. This base is still mining, which means that WorO is going to be able to make more units.
He needs to send 4 Zealots over there and just stay with the rest of the army killing off the main. That would actually end this so much. Well, do the damage, I should say, so much quicker.
Yeah, that would definitely have helped. Some spreadage there going on. Actually, I think there's enough Roaches here to take down all the probes, cannons, and sentries, so Parting is just going to lose by elimination. He does not have any resources whatsoever anymore. He has nothing left. So that means that these 3 pylons, plus everything he has in his main, is going to be all that he has.
Oh, there goes the Cybercore. What an intense game this is. Force fields allowing the probes to micro and destroy one of those Roaches there. Small victories are exactly what Parting needs at the moment. But he needs a couple more of those if he wants to make sure he wins the game outright. Like you mentioned, Grubby, he has no minerals left. He doesn't have a nexus for those probes to mine off to, so he can't go back and get 400 and rebuild. And all WorO has to do right now, although admittedly it's not easy, but all he has to do is defend the third.
Yeah, he has to try and defend the third or maybe win a base trade. I feel like this is enough Roaches to kill everything that is here. We're going to see whether that's a true evaluation or not. First cannon goes down. The probes are going to be blocking the Roaches. A lot of Roaches going to go down, and it looks like actually there won't be enough to hold that off. So maybe Parting is going to end up actually winning this game. Force fielding in 1 Roach there, looting all of his Zealots before any additional Roaches are going to go down.
And the Spine Crawlers were rooting. They weren't actually doing damage as he moved down the ramp. A lot of force fields there. Oh my goodness, just so much energy on those sentries. And now the Immortals are in front. There are 3 of them, but there are a decent number of Roaches. Well, good micro with the Warp Prism, trying to prevent those Roaches from going down. And the Roaches are dwindling in number. This is looking pretty good for Parting, but can he survive? Will he be able to stop this before his buildings go down? What is it? What's the situation looking like this base? Are the Roaches even still there?
No, they just ran past.
Oh, they ran away.
And this is them.
No way.
That was a really bad decision because
oh my god.
WorO could have maybe won a base trade if he didn't spend as much on spines.
Where are the assimilators?
No
there's something in the natural. There's still something in the natural, right?
1 extractor. Yeah. But he's not going to win this fight. So.
Oh my goodness. So I think Parting has just won this game.
Yeah, with another Immortal all in. Yeah, he does a lot of those, so he does it really well. Nice micro, good decisions. Still feel like WorO could have won. He could have taken down all the buildings in the base. Yep. If he sent like 5 more Roaches from below the ramp and would just go for elimination war instead of trying to kill this army.
He did leave an assimilator though, now that I think
about it. But he should have...
bottom.
Yeah, so is Parting going to do another Immortal all in? It's a possible map for sure to do it.
Oh, maybe.
His decision making was better than WorO's last game.
Will we finally see like a legit sentry lockout?
A legit sentry lockout? Maybe.
Daybreak, you see it on Daybreak quite a bit. Like it's possible.
Yeah, well, let's see. Parting.
We haven't seen one of those yet.
Yeah. It's not that easy anymore to do it. Because of all the overload spread, they see the prism coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you get here and they haven't seen you yet, it's gonna probably work.
Well, the easiest way to do that is when you move out about 30 seconds before with the Zealot and just make sure you're holding both watchtowers.
Nah, because there can be overlord here, there can be
true.
overlord here, there's always overlord in space here and here, so...
But you need to maximize your chances of making sure it actually gets in.
You need to try, but you're probably still gonna get spotted.
Yeah.
Alright, so, RorO... Well, let's see what's gonna happen. RorO's probably just gonna go for a triple hatchery again. I wouldn't be surprised if PartinG tries something like a cannons at the third. After a game like that, which can be quite frustrating for Zerg, if they play a little bit impatient or a little bit on tilt, you could try to like send a secret second probe, cannon the third. That's something we might be able to see.
Yes, it's so tricky though, because RorO is a pro gamer with so much stage experience, and he's just... I'm pretty sure these guys are all immune to nerves and stuff like that by the time you play for this long.
No, they're not. Everyone gets nerves. It's just they gotten a lot better at dealing with it.
They handle it so well though. Like they can.
That's true.
You don't see them go on tilt nearly as much, and I think RorO, with the breadth of his experience there, should just be able to stay cool and calm. But you're right. Maybe PartinG will try something offbeat in this game number 2. Maybe expecting RorO to sort of go to calm himself and do a normal build. So PartinG's going to try and do something interesting. That's always possible here. And of course, another Immortal all-in is not off the cards.
Yeah, not off the cards at all. In fact, I'd rather like to see it if that can still be made to work even against an opponent who might expect it. For now, though, they have both started with a Nexus first, a hatchery first, and only then getting any kinds of defense or potential offense. Only the Forge was coming after the Nexus, the Pool is coming after the hatchery, which means for now it's going to be probes and drones, probes and drones.
Pretty exciting time here, guys, as both sides just electing to macro up early on in this game. The Photon Cannon now going down after the gateway goes down. Not too much of a danger. I think, especially, I would say, like, around the last month in the metagame, have you noticed before when the matchup was like slowly starting to get figured out, you would see Zerg try and sneak a couple of links in, maybe even overproduce links just a bit to sneak forward past the cannon. We don't really see that anymore now. Zerg has sort of given up trying to do that, and they just want those extra drones.
There's like 2 Zergs outside of Korea who still try to do that, and it's Liquid Cheth and Acer Nurtro. And then there's a bunch of Korean Zergs on the ladder. I don't know who they are because they're all called Barcode. They still try to do it?
They're all the same guy, man.
Maybe.
But Barcode's like the unsung GSL champion that no one's heard of.
To me, every Barcode I play is like some GSL Zerg in my mind because I don't know who it's going to be. I better get ready for the worst.
Yeah.
Hey, no third base yet for RorO. Oh yeah, okay, because it's hatch first. Yeah, that's actually normal because he has more larvae, so he has more drones to spend. All right, there we go.
Yeah. So a 26-24 in the work supply at the moment. Nothing too out of the ordinary so far. Both gases have been taken in the main by the looks of things. They both have 3 probes in them, all nice and dandy from StarTale.PartinG. Cybernetics Core now finishing up. We have the +1 already on the way on the Forge.